Long ago, in a land where golden spires pierced the sky and rivers whispered secrets of power, King Eldrick faced his darkest hour. Childless and frail, he pondered, "Who will guard my throne when I'm gone? A fool could destroy everything I've built." Desperate, he summoned his wisest advisor, the enigmatic Master Thorn, whose eyes held the wisdom of 1,000 storms. "Choose wisely, my king," Thorn murmured, his voice like rustling leaves in a forbidden forest. "Seek not the swiftest or the strongest, but the one unbreakable in spirit." The king's brow furrowed. "But how? How do I unearth such a diamond from the rough?" Thorn leaned in, his whisper a spark of genius. "Test them with the world's greatest snares, their own desires." A sly grin crossed the king's face. "Oh, the plot thickens." Without delay, King Eldrick commanded his minister to proclaim far and wide, "Hear ye, citizens! The first to breach my palace gates before tomorrow's sunset shall claim my throne as heir." The minister's jaw dropped. "Sire, this is madness! Throngs will swarm like bees to honey." But the king chuckled darkly. "Ah, but only the worthy will prevail. The rest, they'll never see it coming." Word spread like wildfire through villages, farms, and bustling markets. By dawn, a sea of hopefuls, farmers, merchants, warriors, dreamers, surged toward the palace, hearts pounding with visions of crowns and glory. Little did they know, the king had woven a web of wonders along the path, a colossal royal fair, designed not to celebrate, but to ensnare. First hook, the scent. As the crowd approached, an intoxicating aroma wafted through the air. Roasted spices, sizzling meats, exotic fruits dripping with sweetness. Royal chefs paraded platters of forbidden delicacies, honey-glazed pastries that melted on the tongue, curries infused with rare herbs from distant lands. "Just one bite," whispered the temptations, and bam! Hundreds halted, stuffing their faces, their royal ambitions vanishing with every mouthful. Why chase a throne when paradise is on a plate? But wait, there's more. Deeper in, melodies floated like sirens' calls. On a glittering stage, singers with voices of angels belted tunes that tugged at the soul, weaving spells of joy and nostalgia. Crowds clustered, swaying, lost in the rhythm. "What's the rush?" they thought. "The palace can wait." Hook number 2, the beat that steals your focus. Not far off, dancers swirled in a kaleidoscope of colors, graceful spins, hypnotic leaps that defied gravity. Eyes widened, pulses raced. Who could resist? More dreamers stalled, applauding wildly, their quest forgotten in the whirl of beauty. Then came the thrill-seeker's trap. Explosive games erupted, archery duels with gleaming bows, wrestling arenas where muscles clashed like thunder, horse races thundering across tracks, and daring tightrope walks over mock abysses. Prizes glittered, gold, jewels, fame. "I must win," echoed through the masses. Hook 3, the adrenaline rush that turns heroes into spectators. Further still, a tavern of temptations beckoned. Barrels of the king's finest ale and wines flowed freely, rich and heady, promising escape from life's burdens. Laughter boomed as revelers clinked mugs, toasting their brief detour. But hours slipped away, and sobriety with them. Hook 4, the liquid lure that drowns determination. And the final snare? A velvet-draped pleasure pavilion, where enchanting figures beckoned with sultry smiles and promises of bliss. Desires ignited, many vanished inside, ensnared by whispers and caresses. The sun dipped low, yet the palace stood silent, untouched. Or was it? Just as shadows lengthened, a lone figure emerged from the chaos, a young wanderer named Aaron, eyes like forged steel, stride unyielding. He inhaled the feast's aromas, tempting, oh so tempting, but muttered, "No, the throne awaits." He heard the singer's enchantments, felt the dancer's pull, glimpsed the game's glory, eyed the flowing drinks, and passed the pavilion's allure. Not a glance back. "I must reach the king," he chanted like a mantra. What drove him? A fire within, hotter than any distraction. At the gates, the ultimate test, sly guards, planted by the king. "Halt, the king's in council. Feast first, claim later," one barked. "You're too late, others have won," sneered another. Lies, tricks, doubts sown like seeds. But Aaron stood tall. "Nothing, nothing will bar my path." With polite resolve, he pushed through, heart thundering. Inside the opulent hall, King Eldrick, the minister, and Master Thorn awaited. The king's eyes sparkled with rare approval. "You alone conquered the fair's illusions, the feasts of indulgence, songs of sloth, dances of distraction, games of greed, drinks of delusion, and lures of lust. You've proven your mettle." In a voice booming like destiny, he declared, "Aaron, you are my heir." Now picture this in your own life. You're charging toward that big dream, a promotion, a passion project, true love. But along the way, pop-up distractions, endless scrolls on your phone, comfy Netflix binges, fears, nagging whispers, or society's easy way out. They seem harmless, right? But here's the killer hook. They're the fair in disguise, pulling you off course. Most falter, trading glory for the quick fix. But the victors, like Aaron, lock eyes on the prize, dodging every detour. So ask yourself, what's your palace, and what temptations are you ready to ignore? Keep marching, friend. Your throne is waiting. What if today's the day you claim it?